Hello and welcome to the back nine of round 2 of the 2025 Grip EQ 43rd Kansas City Wide Open presented by Under Par, 5th stop on the Disc Golf Pro Tour. I'm Erika Stinchcomb.
I'm Madison Walker. We're your two hotkeys.
Honk. Watching some really great golf, particularly from Ella Hansen, bogey-free 5 down on the front 9. Also, I mean, Holyn, a ton of birdies out there, just a couple of blemishes, still in the solo lead, but Ella's giving her a run for her money. We got some chase card movement, Cadence Burge having a great round, Missy Gannon moving up 4 down. Yeah, lots of stuff happening, moving on moving day.
Yeah, not as many players under par today. You can see the bottom half of the field struggling a little bit more. The conditions were harder, and that just shows how impressive Holyn and Ella are playing right now, and everyone in our top 10. Let's get this back 9 started with hole 10. It's 336 feet. Looks like, oh yeah, just chuck a hyzer out there, but it's just not as easy of a hole as you think. The OB lining both sides and deep of the basket really get into your head, and then on top of that, you have an elevated putt that you have to hit. We had a right to left crosswind today, which is not ideal, but not terrible.
I like it. I think it's, I don't know. I don't mind it if you just hang a hyzer out wide.
Yeah, just throw a hyzer.
Yeah. And Ella gonna throw more of a just dead straight pure shot with her, oh, come on, swirly S-Line MD4. Gosh. So
Valeria
cool.
with the kind of classic error here, but she is going to stay in bounds. You see a lot of players turning one over, and it just never quite coming back.
That's why I like that right to left wind, though, to try to help you back in. There's not even any wind.
That's crazy.
Okay.
It was cooking when my card came through.
Holyn, Z Swirl Nebula. Let's see it one more time.
Nebula's a mid?
Don't ask me that.
All right, I got you.
I think so.
We're going to find out for sure.
That's beautiful.
Looks like a nice stable mid. What was the Ace Race disc for 2008? What?
And following suit. All right, this was my guess for easiest hole, and they are making it look pretty easy. Valeria up first from circle 2. You cannot stop this woman. Look at her go.
I mean, that's her, third circle 2 in a row?
Third, and the one she missed was like dead center band. Man, she's really getting her little running steps in today. You know, collecting her disc from the basket.
Yeah.
I want to look up her total putting distance at the end of the round. I mean, she's already got a lot just from those 3 circle 2 makes. Ooh.
Yeah, let's see her total putting distance for the day. I'm curious if it's significant.
Owen with a nice putt there. And Ella following suit. We are looking at our first star frame of the round.
Heck yeah, we are.
Come on, Holyn. You can do it, Holyn. For charity, Holyn. $50 to Edge. What a great star frame. Was it the easiest hole?
Oh.
Sorry, put you on the spot. You were looking something else up.
Yeah. Oh.
We'll get back to you.
I'll come back to that. It played as nope, not the easiest hole.
Dang it.
Mm-hmm.
They made it look easy, though.
This was the 13th.
Oh, that's
most
way
difficult
off.
hole.
Okay. Yeah. Hole 11, par 3, 286 feet. You could take the gap shot. I like it. It does feel a little bit risky. Those trees are close. The gap is what, 7 feet, not 8, 6 feet? It's tiny.
Mm-hmm.
OB on the left side can come into play quickly. We had a left to right wind, which makes the hyzer play harder. I like the hyzer in a tailwind or right to left wind. You do have to hug the trees kind of close to get the hyzer to work. Basket pit perched on a little ant mound again, as many of the baskets are here at Bad Rock Creek.
What was the wind on this hole today?
Left to right.
Left.
So kind of not really help. You have to throw a really powerful hyzer to get there.
A little bit of a headwind as well. Left to right and just like touch clocking around from the head. So Valerie was the second highest putting distance, total
Awesome.
putting distance today.
Mike,
Can you guess
Deanne
who the
Carey.
first?
Dang it.
We
No, I
her-
don't know.
We know her really well today, especially.
Madison Walker?
No, she's on our card.
Who else owns Scoggins?
Yep.
Okay.
And only by 7 feet.
Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting. I was like, man, did you putt well today? That's sick, dude.
No.
Holyn gonna be putting for another birdie. Valerie, I like the little flex. I keep trying to throw a hyzer flip through the gap, but I like the flex. Own really missing the line, but gonna get away with it. She went outside of that left tree. Look at her. She put a good amount of turn on it.
She's not playing it off either.
Yeah. Ella up first, just gonna lay it up. Really smart. You see a lot of rollaways on this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw 2 rollaways to out of bounds on my card today.
Ooh, brutal.
Yeah, ouch. 3 rollaways total.
Holyn unable to convert, and a little bit of a comebacker here.
These little ant mound greens are sometimes more nerve-wracking than the elevated baskets somehow.
I think, yeah, just the threat of rolling away, and if the wind is up.
This one played as one of the top 3 easiest holes of the day.
I guess. I mean, it's only 286.
There were 13 birdies, so one of the higher birdie percentages.
And Valerie putting away her birdie. Holyn still leading the way. Ella with the hot round. Cadence Burge, Missy Gannon, both 5 down. Cat Merch having a good round at 3 down.
Let's move on to this par 4 in the woods. I freaking love this hole.
Me too.
It's very fun tee shot. You can throw a mid-range all the way up to a distance driver. I prefer a stable mid, get something in the middle, and then it sets you up for this really fun straight shot. I love that there's this little fir tree at the end, just one last little obstacle, or you can dump a hyzer out to the left side and have a circle 2 putt. A nice friendly low basket. We love that. Let's watch Missy Gannon attack this hole, see how she breaks it down.
She's getting really aggressive off the tee. I'd be willing to bet that that's a thrasher. Almost perfect, but it does drop to a really nice spot. Still very tricky. You could see this tunnel. And the final fur, as I will be referring to it from this point forward. A nice shot there from Missy. She's looking locked in. Oh, that's what, 5 birdies in the last 6 holes? Dang.
Mm-hmm.
Go off, girl. Valerie up first, really putting together a nice, clean middle stretch of the round. She's a little early and going to be scrambling for par from there. Own overturning her destroyer and kicking to a pretty rough spot. I'd be surprised if she can do much more than pitch out.
Strangely, you can feel a little bit of wind on this tee pad. It's always just a tiny bit chillier. I think it was a right to left.
You can definitely feel it on the green, generally. Ella too early, but a fortunate kick to the middle.
2 fortunate kicks.
We saw Holyn go pretty big on this tee shot yesterday. Early. This hole showing its teeth. It's a lot of little tiny teeth. Just really gnaws at you.
Yeah. A nice kick, though, from Holyn. She still has a little bit of room to throw a hyzer pretty far down the second part of this fairway.
Ooh, that looks nice. Come on. She's going to putt? Wow.
Incredible.
Edge of circle 2. Really, truly.
See what Ella has to work with. She's going to go more of a flexing forehand shot or maybe just a turnover. See how much she's trying to bite off here.
Ooh. Almost. She was trying to bite off the whole dang thing.
It sure looks like it.
Oh, boy. Okay.
I've been in this corner.
Yeah, it looks
It's
like
brutal.
Valerie trying to do just a bit more than pitch out, and that is beautiful. Gosh. Just love her upshot form. Oh, not left with much.
And then a pitch out is still good enough to get a par here.
Owen going forehand. Not enough turn on that. So pretty. Valerie parked for a par, breaking up the hole really nicely.
Ella with a little work left to do to get up to the green.
Ooh, now a lot of work. That
Yeah.
corner's brutal.
And here's how this hole can really stack up strokes. Almost half the field taking a bogey or worse on this one.
Oh, yeah, super well done from there. Little skipping forehand shot.
This was a tie for the third most difficult hole of the day. There was only 4 birdies. We saw, didn't we see like a lot? I mean, most of them on our lead card yesterday or feature card?
We saw Cat Merch and someone else get
Holyn
it.
and
I think Holyn, yeah.
or it was just the 2 of them.
But they made it look really easy
They
with some
sure did.
monstrous tee shots.
Holyn with another look.
Yeah, this one can get out of hand quickly.
Ella minimizing the damage, but unfortunately that's going to be her first bogey of the day. On such a clean round so far.
And the shortest walk of the day to hole 13.
It's lovely.
I feel like we always talk about the long walks, but I feel like this is the shortest on tour, maybe, from basket to tee.
Let's appreciate it.
Yeah.
But still a nice safe distance away.
Yeah, for sure.
In the last 2 years, the Power Disc Golf Academy has helped over 12,000 disc golfers improve their game. Our program has proven time and time again to increase our members' performance and ratings. With over 250 video tutorials taught by the world's best players, it's easy to see why our academy is so trusted. To celebrate, we're running an anniversary sale of 60% off the first year of your subscription. Visit powerdga.com and use promo code 2YEAR to join today.
Oh, here is hole 13.
It's a par 3, 304 feet, OB lining either side. Nice narrow strip on a right to left sloping fairway, so watch out on those hyzers. You can skip out really easily. Good old Dave, the local, told me that think about this in August when the grass is 6 feet high. You couldn't throw the hyzer. You'd have to throw it straight shot, which is
6 feet?
Yeah, like so high. So I think he's at 8 feet, but like I was trying to dial it back a little bit. It's crazy.
I can't imagine
That's
that.
what he was saying.
I don't believe it.
Listen,
Does Dave tell tall tales
I don't
for entertainment
know.
value?
He could. I don't know him very well. This is a classic mistake, hyzering out too early. I believe, was it just a headwind here?
It was a headwind with a little right to left occasionally, but mostly just straight headwind, and it was whipping.
The way this tee pad is kind of faced too, with that one tree on the right, it does kind of make you saw it off a little bit. Like it's hard to hang it out all the way right.
Honestly, the stats today are really fulfilling me because I think this hole's so hard. I just really hate it. It looks wide open.
It looks easy, but it doesn't play easy.
No, and the stats are backing me up today. There were, let's see, this played in the middle of the pack on difficulty, but there were only 2 birdies.
Yeah, and it just looks like you should get it. And Ella, again, that classic mistake, the only one in bounds, but you could see how risky it was pushing that right side.
I can't believe there's only 2 birdies. I feel so much better.
Yeah, maybe don't attack this one either.
Legitimately, I'm like, everyone's going to get it. You better park it. You better
Boy,
park
you
it.
really put a lot of pressure on
Just
yourself.
on these weird par 3. We don't play very many straightforward par 3s.
It is true.
Like, think about that. It's almost like we've forgotten that part of the game.
Yeah.
And it feels like, once it feels like a must-get birdie, it's hard.
different.
It is different.
And I think we should have more of this because
I
the
agree.
MPO field gets this all of the time.
I agree. And you can see
We don't remember how.
and I feel like it's a common,
We don't remember how. You're
No,
right.
I feel like it's a common theme. Look at our lead card all struggling on this one.
Mm-hmm.
It was tough conditions,
Yeah.
but still, this is one that, as a professional, it's just a chip hyzer, and it's just weird to like have it be so easy.
Yeah. What a clutch save from Holyn into a headwind. This is the first time we've seen our lead card deal with a high amount of wind as well, pushing the disc over to the left. But yeah, you make some very very nice birdie from Owen. Very compelling points. Hopefully the right people listen to us.
Mm-hmm.
But you're all the right people. I'm sorry. Hopefully people that can change the course listen to us. Because we love this style.
And yeah, Owen with a really clutch birdie, one of only 2 today. Crazy.
Wow, that is crazy.
Cadence Burge with the other one. She landed in circle 1. There were 8 competitors in circle 1 in regulation today, and no one made their putt.
It was windy green.
That goes to show how windy it truly was.
Yeah.
We're
not just lying.
No, it was really highlighted on this green in particular.
Like, we probably feel it more than anyone else with our feathers, but like, we're not just exaggerating.
Migration is in full swing.
It surely is. You see Gannon at 5 down with the current hot round.
Here's hole 14. Here we are, folks, the most difficult hole of the day, and that's largely due in part to the wind today. It's a hard hole in general, but the ripping headwind off the tee didn't allow you to bite off enough to make it worthwhile to go for the green on this very risky second shot. OB all the way down the left and right side of the second half of the fairway. No room to scramble out of the rough. And there's a little room behind this rock wall, but if you fall over it, chances are you're going to roll into the water.
And even if you don't, tough putt coming back up the hill.
Through that. Owen with a really nice looking tee shot. Look at that wind just carry it right.
She's really pushing that right side. She found it yesterday and is still getting crazy aggressive. That's impressive.
Yeah, Owen, probably one of the further tee shots of the day today. I'd be willing to bet.
It's because she took a lot of risk on. Mm-hmm. Most women are going to do more what Holyn's doing, either straight shot or even bailout hyzer.
Yeah, that's the hot zone on the heat map today. That little short hyzer landing area. Valerie trusting this disc to carry straight, but still hyzering out.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, wow, that was far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she really played that wind very well.
Still, you almost have to get to that drop zone to make it worth going for it, unless you have the distance sidearm skill that we see from Holyn and Ella and Owen.
Yeah.
Holyn not quite far enough to go. She's just going to chip some. Oh, nope, she's going for it.
You have to throw a really powerful shot to even get close to circle 2. Like,
Okay.
I mean, I think she was going for it, but
still
it's
bit
a
off.
huge
She
shot.
just bit off more than I think most people would.
Absolutely. Yeah, most people landing at least 100 feet short of that, I think.
Yeah, that was a really aggressive forehand. She really trusted that skill. Valerie with a downhill run up. It's so hard.
Scary backhand with the OB right side, and you can just glide over the pin. Ella able to go forehand here. We saw her park this shot yesterday, and there weren't very many birdies yesterday at all.
No. That one comes out early. Let's see if it can get enough legs to get by the OB. It does? Question mark?
Yeah,
Yes.
green. Yeah, yesterday Ella was one of 3 birdies on this hole. Owned really well done to work it out to the left side before fading. I don't think it quite has enough power to get to circle 1, but a great shot.
Yeah, so overstable that it almost ends up spiking even on a flex, which is crazy. Valerie going to be a little blind to the green from where she went out of bounds. This is one of the tweener holes. It's a tweener par 4. It could be a par 5, and I feel like it would still be fair. Mm-hmm. Or there just needs to be maybe some sort of little change. It's not a bad hole by any means, but it's definitely one that we're not going to see many birdies on the weekend, especially with the conditions.
Yeah. So they built this whole thing this year. They brought in truckloads
Did they
to do,
really?
8 feet of dirt. Thanks, Dave.
Wow.
Yep. So just think about how much like dirt and mulch and all of those rocks, because it used to just be like a really hard pan surface down to the water, so you couldn't really attack
Surrounded
it
by
all.
12 feet of grass.
Yes. Yes. Ooh,
Oh, no.
Valerie, first kind of big miss of the day and a punishing one. It's hard to putt when you're just staring right at water behind the pin.
That was really fortunate to stay in bounds.
Ooh, boy, stacking up for Valerie, though, here on the 14th.
Holyn with the par, and that's taking strokes on the field. There were no birdies today on hole 14.
Woof.
Yeah, 45% of the field with a bogey, 21% with a double or worse.
Oh.
Yeah, the wind was rough today.
Mm-hmm.
You weren't able to play it how you practiced it, that's for sure.
Very true. Checking back in with our chase card, Cadence Burge, having a fantastic round, coming off a bogey. And yesterday, she landed in the water just barely, but made the drop zone putt. Today gives it plenty of height.
So good. I wonder how many people in the field are going for the screen.
I think very few, and I would
agree.
be willing to bet less than yesterday.
Yep, for sure.
The fact that Cadence missed yesterday and still went for it is really cool.
Yeah, I think she changed her disc as well. That looked like a slower speed disc. I love the change.
Valerie gonna slide back, own in a tie for 5th now. Man, look at 4 down is the number. And we just saw Cadence birdie hole 15, par 3, 288 feet. Most women going to take this left side. You can pitch up with a forehand or a backhand, though you don't really see that very often, and then just pitch a second time. There's a right hand gap you can take with a backhand, though you're really not going to get to the pin. Maybe circle 2. It's also just kind of a concession, but it's risky. There's a lot of trees. If you go for it and land in the water, it's a mandatory drop zone. If you land, there's some OB like short and kind of like deep that's still land. And if you land there, you don't have to go to the drop zone, which the T sign reads very strangely.
Owen went for this shot yesterday as well. I never will quite understand people doing that option. I feel like it's too high risk and not enough reward.
Especially if you can just pitch up literally 100 feet.
Yes.
Twice.
Yeah. Holyn getting pretty fortunate to make through all of that. She has the distance, but that was early out of her hand and thankfully gets through. Ella with a little bit more of a pure line going right at those corner trees.
Okay. And Ella staying inbounds. Valerie going to take this right side as well. Clean.
Really nice.
Ooh, that is as good as you're ever going to see it.
Legitimately. I didn't even know that was possible.
I didn't think it was.
I thought you had, like, the best you could do was coming in on the deep side and having a death putt.
Let's see what she threw there.
See, Owen here with
Z-Raptor.
almost nothing to work with. You said a Z-Raptor?
Yeah, so very aggressive, overstable play to
Love
get
that.
that ground play. And you can see the risks of the route Valerie just took. Owen dealing with a whole lot, having to go over the water.
Uh-oh.
And she is wet.
That did not cross on the putting green side. She's going to take it here with not very many options.
No look at it at all. She's just laying up and still has to make a teeny little putt. I wonder if she'll take left side tomorrow.
Ella with a rare birdie look. Only 3 people got to circle 1 in regulation.
Wow. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, not a lot of people going for it, I think.
No. Only 10 got to circle 2 in regulation. So, yeah, I think less than half the field by a long shot.
Valerie for birdie.
Nice.
Yeah, great bounce back after a couple rough holes.
Valerie and Cadence were the only birdies of the day.
We got to see both. Oh, and with her first double bogey of the tournament, I believe she's kept it to singles so far.
And a nice little birdie bounce back for Valeria Mandujano after that triple bogey.
Holyn taking strokes over Ella and the rest of the field just by parring, showing how difficult the back nine is playing.
Here is our second par 5 of the day, hole 16. This tee shot plays like 330 feet to get up to the top of the hill. It is an absolute crush. We had a headwind / left to right crosswind today that made it extra difficult. Your second shot, you just want to get down there as far as you can, but if you don't go far enough on your first shot, it's a weird nose up shot where you're having to kind of crest the top of the hill and then carry down. And there's OB all the way down the left side of the fairway that you can find if you don't throw it with the nose down enough. The third shot can be a little bit of a poke and hope. There's a nice forehand gap if you're more to the right side of the fairway. But on this left side where we see Cadence, it can be pretty tough to get up to the green.
Jessica Weiss approaching from that left side. Really.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, overturning a forehand and going deep in the woods here. Cadence approaching with a backhand. Looks like a nice slow speed. Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh, here's Jessica from the mountain bike trail.
Look, left hand.
Oh.
Oh my.
It's the cage? Wow.
One of the few you're going to see throw with an offhand. I've seen her throw lefty rollers, like sidearm rollers.
Yeah, which makes sense. And lefty backhands make sense. But lefty forehands, if any of you guys have not tried to throw a lefty forehand, please be my guest. Go out, try it. It's the hardest thing that you can do in disc golf, I'm pretty sure.
Valerie up first. I actually think it is more like 350 power to get to the top of the hill.
Yeah, totally.
It usually forces you to do that nose up play you were talking about.
I kind of like being a little bit more on the right side of the fairway here because you can throw like a big turning shot next that finishes into the fairway and have plenty of room to work.
We have opposite games. I go hyzer. Left
Really?
side, yep, and then hyzer again to the left side.
It's player's choice out here, folks.
Yeah.
There's room to work.
But you're great at turnovers.
I love a turnover.
Yeah. Or little flexi shots. Ooh, this is good. Wow. Really good from Ella. Right up to the cameraman.
Crushed.
When I came through, it was a headwind here.
Yeah.
Own really playing with that right side, but it's fine. She's just trying to crest the hill at this point.
Par is still in play for sure, but it's going to take 3 pretty perfect shots. Valerie with this very awkward uphill run up right next to the OB line, and that headwind really taking control of the nose angle of that disc.
Yeah, the reason I don't like the turnover is because I threw one in practice that went about 150 feet into those woods. You just turned and sailed at like a right angle, and I was like, and it's a hyzer.
Holyn. Yeah, flexing this huge forehand.
Huge forehand.
By flexing,
the gallery.
By flexing, I don't mean like flexing. That was a pure hyzer.
Yeah, just flexing on
us.
Everybody.
Yeah.
The world.
The muscles are flexing.
That was massive.
Ooh, pretty. Look at this backhand turning shot. Just finishing gently past the trees you want to avoid.
Owns third.
This hole's cool.
I like it.
Me too.
This is a racer from Own. And well done. She'll have that one tree to contend with as well as the tight green. Valerie left with a couple small gaps, it looks like, for a forehand.
Oh, man. She pushes deep on the side of the fairway that you do not want.
Oh. No. She found out of bounds, too. Kind of doubly punished over there.
Yeah. Oh, short enough where she can see the basket. I thought she was going to be pinched. But a nice little floaty approach. Perfect. Just outside the bullseye. Oh, and definitely having to work around the low branches of this tree.
No problem. Owen scrambling well after an errant tee shot. Holyn's third, just a little chip. Kind of awkward footing, though.
Look at all those beautiful little flocks on the side of the fairway. We love a springtime Midwest flocks patch.
We do.
Holyn going deep of the basket, can have a little work left, but from inside the circle.
Ella,
So far.
even a better look at it. Just outside the bullseye for Ella. Oh, cash.
Just looking so comfortable on the green.
Yeah, very clean putt from Holyn to capitalize on that birdie. We know Owen is good for all sorts of putts, more than anybody else distance-wise. Our lead card playing this hole really well.
Ella finally adding some green after a couple bogeys.
Valerie just showing us that how quickly mistakes can stack on any hole out here. Never a lesson you want to learn more than once. But
2 birdies on 16, 8 on the field. We're moving back into the dense woods. I think this is the tightest fairway on the course as we head to 17.
definitely.
Stuff can go down on these next 2 holes.
It's crazy. Look at this thing. This gap, not even 10 feet. Par 4, 461 feet. We saw our lead card throw really great shots yesterday, but
So good.
Rare. You're trying to get to right about here. It's maybe a 6x6 foot landing zone. If you land anywhere else, you're going to have approximately 37 trees in your way as you try to navigate up this hill. It's short, and it actually isn't even averaging that much over par, but it's another one, big risk reward, big variety of discs that you're throwing. You're really not going to see any forehands. It's a backhand. I like kind of like a flippy shot, like what Cadence is throwing on a hyzer, like a flippy disc.
She's just a little bit short of the landing zone, but that is going to be fine.
Oh my gosh. I just said you're not going to see this. She's going forehand roller.
Yeah, I like this play.
That's awesome.
I thought about doing this as well. This was what I was worried about.
Yeah.
Because that right side is so brutal. Also, if you wrap up to the left too. But just going to try to make it work.
Missy, after a really great start to the round, having a couple bogeys stack up, but this looks friggin' perfect.
That's great. Just a simple little chip shot uphill to the green.
It's so hard to commit to this gap fully. Like, I keep finding myself throwing a little too soft and ending up left side. Because if you hit one of those early trees and kick, it's tough.
It's brutal. Cadence,
What shot?
Yeah, short of the landing zone, but still finds a hyzer line up high in the trees. This course has got to be wildly different when there's leaves on the trees.
Absolutely. Look at Jessica Weiss going forehand roller to forehand roller
What in
to
the
park job. You're never going to see that again from anybody but her.
No.
That is unreal.
Miss you stuck with a patent pinning. I didn't realize she was so pinched, but that is a beautiful approach, working with what she has.
Okay. How many birdies were on this hole?
13?
That's a lot.
That's shocking. That is a lot. This tee shot is so hard.
It really is. But I guess if you... No. That's got to be a no-miss.
Wow.
That's got to be.
I think no-misses are only for the lead card.
Oh, right. I forgot what we were doing for a second, but I'm back.
And what a birdie from Jessica Weiss.
Gosh, Missy, poor Missy. She can't even be mad. Like,
Right
I mean,
through
you
the
can.
middle.
Okay, we're back. Ooh.
Whoa.
Holyn
Oh.
really missing the line.
Oh my goodness.
Lucky girl.
Lucky. That was...
She missed the first gap.
She missed a lot of gap. I don't think she hit any gap.
No way.
Aw.
Wow. Brutal. Honestly, not that different of a shot than what we just saw from Holyn either.
No.
I'm serious.
Yeah. Own with
Oh,
a
that's
little
pure.
that hyzer flip shot that Erika was talking about, and it's working great. There's the tree that we saw Missy Gannon patent pending around.
Ooh, little standstill from the corner.
I like this play.
Yeah, I
thought
haven't
about
seen it yet, but it makes a lot of sense.
Especially when your form is buttery smooth like this.
No kidding. Caught up just a touch, but a really clean looking line.
Oh, don't forget we got new hats.
And just generally merch
Yeah,
at
we have merch.
JomezPro.com/shop. Help us out. All right, Ella gonna be caught up pretty early. Yeah, look at this wall of trees she has to deal with.
Oof.
I
wonder what she's eyeing up here.
don't know, probably just trying to turn something.
Oh, okay. That high line that we saw Cadence take.
But
Oh.
I'm not glad that this is happening to Ella, but I am kind of glad that we're seeing
How-
some of the teeth of this hole
Yeah.
because it is not as easy as we've previously seen. You can see Valerie had a great shot. She still doesn't have a ton to work with, but she's just a master of upshots.
Mm-hmm.
But there's like so much luck going into that too. You're just hoping
Yep.
you hit one of those little gaps.
Own making quick work of her really well-placed tee shot.
Yeah, it's nice to see someone peer the line and get rewarded.
Holyn gonna take advantage of this really nice lie.
Yeah, great upshot.
Yep.
Around that tree, that was tricky. Ella, long look for par save. Gotta be 50 feet uphill.
I'm surprised this doesn't play as one of the hardest holes.
Me
I
too.
really am.
Yeah, it's
Pretty-
destroyed me 2 days in a row.
Maybe it's nice to just have all your decisions laid out in front of you. You just have to hit it the line.
Just tell me what
It's
to do.
It's also out of the wind, which is nice
That
for
is
the most
true.
part.
Ella taking a bogey. Gonna slide to 5 strokes back of the lead.
Wow, it happened so fast.
It does. And Cadence Burge in solo second, matching Holland's 6-down pace.
Let's wrap up championship Saturday.
Let's.
It's moving day. Whatever we call it here in the disc golf world. You can take the route that the drone's flying, but we don't see as many FPO players taking this. It adds some distance to the hole, and most players are comfortable taking a little shortcut gap through the center of the corner we flew around. Once you hit that gap, you are in a little small area. It's a decision at that point, especially today we had a headwind, making the shot across the final OB area to the green really tough if you're not perfectly placed. Cadence really messing around with the OB here, but if you're going to go OB, that is where you want to miss. On the far side, it really shortens this approach to the very narrow and very difficult, very uphill green.
Yeah, she has a chance to save par, so absolutely the mistake to make, and what a recovery. Aiden's going to secure a 6-down round in the clubhouse.
What
Well
a
done.
day from Cadence on some hard conditions.
Harder than the cameras make it look, that's for sure. Just being cold. and
Yeah.
having a cold wind.
And the looming rain. It never
Yeah.
happened, but we all were worried about it.
Holyn gonna work the left side like she did yesterday. She's even farther.
Not a lot of players going to take this route. It just demands a lot of extra distance.
Holland's got some to spare. With a more typical play, but fading a little bit more left than you want, just a touch, I think.
With Own's flex forehand game, it's okay to be
True.
a little bit more left. You'd rather be there than short right. Valerie messing around with those bushes.
Just a little, but it's such a good, it's
man.
almost a perfect line to get there, though.
She might not have much to work with. We'll see.
Yeah, it's like I was there. It's a turnover, but you're kind of throwing at a wall of trees.
Almost just jump putt down to the bottom of the hill.
Yeah.
Pitch up.
Ella, going to be kind of right in between the gaps there. It's going to be a little awkward.
So right on that left tree line bordering this gap is where the OB line is on the landing zone. Owen going to throw this flex forehand. Finishing right is great.
Oh, that's fantastic.
With a little roll to boot. Nice.
Yeah.
That is as good as you can do it. Valerie looking at this turnover line, probably deciding how aggressive she wants to be here.
The camera makes it look like there's a tunnel, and Valerie finds it, but what she's looking at is just that back wall of trees. That was a very high-level shot.
Sure was.
Here's how far Holyn is.
Wow.
Like, she could think about going for it if she wanted.
She really could.
Pretty crazy.
What nice little control shot to the landing zone.
She makes it
I see why she does that, but
yeah.
I mean, that's a what would you say, 400 feet to get there?
Huge shot. Yeah. And she was out of position yesterday, but still made it work.
380 to get there.
She makes it look so easy today that it's like, why doesn't everyone do that?
Yes. Ella, you can see just a little bit short of that landing zone Holyn was. Barely getting across this little OB corner. And now she's going to have every bit of 300 feet as the crow flies, but probably closer to 340 uphill.
Yeah.
Playing wise.
Well done.
Oh my goodness. That was low too. Pure spin, pure power.
Ella didn't look super certain about it, which is generally the feeling. It's out of your hand. You're like, it's short.
Yep.
It's short.
It's every time it feels short.
Yep.
And if it feels good, it's deep.
It's deep. Yeah, yeah. Valerie, of course, doing that perfectly.
Look how close that OB line is behind the basket. This played as a tie for the third most difficult hole of the day, so quite a finisher here.
Especially on Championship Saturday. Holyn with a nice spiking shot.
Oh,
Too much zest on it. She'll be close for a par safe putt, though. And Owen looking for one more birdie to finish the round.
Nice.
Park job.
Perfect hyzer up to the green.
Oh,
What a recovery putt for par. She had a little tailwind help, but that is always going to be a scary putt.
Valerie gonna finish with some green on the scorecard.
Yay.
Was she even par after all that?
That sounds right.
Ella
Nice.
bringing it to within 4 strokes with that birdie.
And Owen sliding a little bit up the leaderboard as well into a tie for 5th.
What a round. A lot just happened out there. Holyn and Ella kind of switching who was clean on the front, who was clean on the back. Holyn going to lead the way into Championship Sunday. Cadence Burge in a tie with her 6-down round, tie for the hot round. Ella Hansen also in that tie, both 4 back. Missy Gannon going to jump into our 4th place spot. She's 8 strokes back, but lots of things can happen out here at Bad Rock Creek Disc Golf Course.
Yeah, it looks like to be in the top 10, you had to be right around even par. We have some more intense conditions tomorrow. Rain is definitely expected. I think it's maybe
It seems like a guarantee at this point.
Yeah, it's going to rain throughout the night and well into our round tomorrow.
That's all anyone's talking about.
Yeah, so it's going to be another just see how good you can do in adverse conditions type of day. It's going to be an interesting Championship Sunday because who knows who's going to pull ahead. We haven't watched that many rainy rounds.
That's true. Surprisingly true, considering it's always looming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just tornadoes.
Yeah, you're right. Just those.
So come hang with us on Championship Sunday. I think that's all.
Yeah, except if you aren't already subscribed to the Jomez YouTube channel, please do that. Help us hit 500,000 subscribers. I'm Erika Stinchcomb.
I'm Madison Walker. We're your 2 hockeys.
Honk.
Watch your body and I feel that sunshine. Get up on my